Down goes TrumpCare. Down goes TrumpCare. How you doing, everybody? It's your boy Louis Cypher, the Devil's Advocate, and I wanted to talk about the 8-year project that the Republicans have been harping on about repealing and replacing Obamacare. This ultimately fell flat on its face yesterday when the Republicans decided to not put their TrumpCare alternative up for a vote. This Trump care in itself, it was one of the worst bills imaginable. It would have almost all but eliminated maternity care. It was underfunding drug rehabilitation. It was removing funds from Medicare and Medicaid. It was literally a bill designed by men who possibly hate women. And I think we need to fall on our swords. Why did Trump care fail? Well, it's simple. The Republican Party don't know the first thing about compassion. Now, the Democrats, the conservatives, and the progressives, they're still going to be making promises that they can't keep, that some kind of universal health care program could be made, could be supported by the millionaires and the billionaires, as it were. And I think it's time we all came to terms with what actually happened. President Obama's Affordable Care Act was never designed to be economically solvent. It was designed to trudge along until a single payer program came about. The Affordable Care Act wasn't affordable care so much as it was a contract killing of medical capitalism ordered by the Democratic Party to be carried out by the corporations and the businesses. They're going to fold as newer young patients refuse to buy coverage. Worse yet, the Affordable Care Act placed the burden of providing health care to the entirety of the United States on those who work on the books. Those who work off the books, they were safe. Those who don't work at all continued with their free ride. TrumpCare is, well, it was a plan that they've been trying for the longest time. They figure that if we give everyone $5,000 and order them to buy medical coverage with it, that humans would act rationally and pay for their health care, but that's not how humans operate. Humans aren't generally rational beings. The Republican Party would have gladly looked away if I, for example, were to get a $5,000 rebate from the government that was allotted to my health care, and instead I bought more computer equipment or a car or an Xbox 360 with a VR headset. They were going to look the other way for that. And when it came time for me to take care of my medical costs, personally, the Republicans would be like, well, you spent your money, go somewhere and die. Humans aren't that rational. We have compassion. The Republicans underestimated that fact, and now they have to come to the realization that the Affordable Care Act, or any kind of care in America, needs to be financed by everything. The only thing that's going to save healthcare in America is if we place the burden off of the working class and put it onto everyone, right down to the poorest of the poor to the richest of the rich. From those who order Chinese food need to pay an extra tax, for those who are buying sports cars and have corner offices. It has to be an all hands on deck solution. If not, I think we just need to realize that we're going to have a point in American history where healthcare is completely unaffordable, and that's President Obama's doing. Trump has resided himself that he's just going to let Obamacare fail. The penalties that's going to hit corporations who don't provide healthcare for their workers, well, he's just going to let that ride. Companies are going to either cut costs by releasing their workers, or worse yet, cut all coverage and pay the governmental fine. We're in deep trouble, America. We need to start seeing both sides of the story. The Democrats They don't know the first thing about efficiency. The Republicans don't know the first thing about compassion. I think we need to open up the dialogues. So if anybody ever tells you to not listen to the other side, they're really harming you and the people that you love. We need to open lines of communication. We need to figure out the best ways to take care of ourselves. We need tort reform. We need real affordable care, and we need a comprehensive package that does include telling people, yes, your grandfather has stage 4 cancer and we're going to give him morphine and let him die. We need death panels. We need all those things that become ad campaigns that against ration and reason. All right. I'm sorry, but yeah, we need to raise taxes to save affordable care. Peace.